If someone told you they earn 70, 80, or even $100,000 a year, you might assume they're doing well financially. But here's a strange reality. Across the United States and much of Europe, there are millions of people with good salaries who still feel financially trapped. They're not irresponsible. They went to school, they built careers, they did what they were told to do. And yet somehow at the end of the month, the feeling is the same. Why does it still feel like I'm barely getting ahead? To understand why this happens, we need to look at what a normal financial life actually looks like for someone earning a good income. Let's imagine someone named Daniel. Daniel is 29 years old and works in marketing in a large US city. He earns $85,000 per year. On paper, that sounds comfortable. But once taxes are taken out, Daniel's take-home income is closer to about $5,200 per month. Now let's look at where that money goes. His apartment rent is $1,900. His car payment and insurance together are $650. Student loan payments take another $400. Utilities, phone, and internet add around $250. Groceries and basic living costs come to roughly $500. At this point, Daniel has already spent about $3,700. And we haven't even talked about normal life yet. Eating out with friends, subscriptions, clothes, weekend trips, a gym membership, a few online purchases that seemed small at the time. Let's say that adds another $1,100 across the month. Now Daniel has about $400 left. That's the margin between doing well and feeling financially stuck. And this situation isn't unusual, it's extremely common. The trap isn't usually one big mistake, it's the accumulation of several normal decisions. Take the car, for example. Daniel's car payment is $450 per month. Insurance adds another $200. That means transportation alone costs $650 every month. Over 5 years, that's about $39,000. Not because Daniel bought a luxury car, just because monthly payments make things feel manageable. The same thing happens with rent upgrades, subscription services, and lifestyle habits. None of them feel extreme on their own, but together they quietly absorb most of the income. This is the difference between earning money and controlling cash flow. There's also a psychological reason this pattern is so common. Human beings don't judge their financial life based on absolute numbers. We judge it based on social comparison. When Daniel got his job, many of his friends also started earning more. So the environment changed. Better apartments became normal. Car payments became normal. $14 lunches became normal. From a psychological perspective, this is called lifestyle inflation. As income increases, the definition of basic living slowly expands. And because it happens gradually, people rarely notice it happening. Nothing feels extravagant, it just feels standard. The problem shows up later. Let's compare two situations. If someone invests $1,000 per month for 30 years at a typical long-term market return, it can grow to roughly $1.1 million. But many people with good salaries never reach that level of investing because most of their income is already assigned to payments and lifestyle costs. Instead of investing $1,000 each month, maybe they invest $200, or sometimes nothing at all. And the difference between those two paths isn't small. It's the difference between financial freedom and permanent dependence on a paycheck. Financially intelligent people don't necessarily earn dramatically more money. What they do differently is surprisingly simple. They treat lifestyle upgrades with suspicion. When income increases, they don't immediately convert that increase into new monthly obligations because every new obligation is a commitment to the future. A nicer apartment isn't just $400 more today, it's $4,800 every year. A new car isn't just a payment, it's 5 years of reduced financial flexibility. People who build real wealth tend to think in those longer time frames, not in months, but in decades. So when someone with a good salary says they feel financially trapped, it's usually not because they failed. It's because modern financial life is structured around easy spending and long-term payments. The system quietly encourages it, and most people follow the path that feels normal. The real shift begins when someone starts looking at their finances not just as income and expenses, but as long-term trade-offs. not with guilt, just with awareness. Because once you see the pattern clearly, it becomes much easier to decide whether it's actually the life you want. If you enjoy calm, realistic conversations about money and financial psychology, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.